Peace, love, and light, family. I'm back at you with another video. I hope everybody been vibrating high. I hope everybody been taking care of themselves. We got a deep video that I want to talk about. I got some things that I want to dive into. I've been paying attention, or at least hearing about this war going on in Israel. For about, we'll say, a couple weeks now, or something like that. You know, for a little minute, I've been hearing about it. Certain people been talking about it, and they've been expressing their concerns. You know, saying that things is getting very heated because, you know, the U.S. is basically supporting the war going on in Israel. And, you know, they always poking their nose into other people's stuff. But, you know, they got different allies and stuff like that, family. So, you know, we gonna be getting into what's going on in Israel. But like I said, I hope everybody vibrating high. I've been posting. I posted a video like 2 days ago. It was just a fun video of me, you know, getting active, running around, playing basketball, you know what I'm saying? So if you haven't checked that video out, please go check that out. And, you know, I just been, you know, trying to do my best, man, to give y'all different content, come up with different ideas, man, to keep people interested, bring new people in. You know, I'm doing my best to keep the content fresh, y'all. So, you know, that's all I'm trying to do. But at the same time, you know, we still gotta have these videos where we, you know, break down this matrix and you know, talk about everything that's going on in it and how it affects us. And I don't think a lot of people understand fully what's going on with this war and what's to come with all of this plays out. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a lot of people understand. So that's what we're gonna be talking about tonight. So peace, love, and light, family. And in this next clip, we're gonna go ahead and get right into the video and me explaining exactly what's going on with this war, this so-called war. You feel me? So peace, love, and light, family, and hopefully y'all enjoy the video. Peace.
Listen quietly.
In my frustration last night, after seeing the 100th child blown to bits in Palestine, I decided to check out the location tag of Tel Aviv on Instagram just to see what the people of Israel were dealing with, and the results were quite telling. As you can see, they're hanging out, they're taking selfies, they're ordering sushi. This is a photo from the beach. They're having little performances in boutique hotels. I was genuinely shocked by what I saw, and you can go look too. Go look at Tel Aviv's location right now, and watch all the stories of people. It's really, really shocking to see it in comparison with what is coming out on the ground from Gaza, 40 miles away. And, you know, people will have you thinking that this is a war between two equal parties, but this is colonialism. You're looking at it right now. Everyone seems to be having a great time while there's a genocide happening 40 miles away from them.
Alright, peace, love, and light, family. So look, I'm gonna hop right into it, right? So, everybody, I'm sure, has been hearing about this war in Israel and, you know, just been wondering everything, what's going on, why is it going on, how big is it going to escalate, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been talking to people, and everybody seems to be very concerned about, you know, some type of attack coming to the America. And you have every right to feel, you know, any concerns because, you know, there's a lot of uncertainty. So let's get right into it. So as I was doing my research, family, and I'm going to tie everything into, you know, what's to come. So I was doing my research. So I'm like, okay, I've been hearing about this war. What's going on? What started this war, right? So that's what I looked up. And it says Hamas, I believe I'm pronouncing that right. Hamas led an attack on the sunrise of October 7th against the Palestinians, right? And in return, the Palestinians launched over like 5,000 rockets against the Israelis, you know, and boom, now you got a back and forth war going on, right? But I'm like, okay, so why would they just attack out of nowhere? What's going on? Why would they do that, right? And by the way, people, this is how you do research. You don't just search up one thing and just take every word that's being said from that one passage. You know what I'm saying? You got to do multiple searches and search up different words if you don't know what they mean. And you feel me? Just get down to the root of things. So me doing that, so I'm like, okay, cool. So as I'm reading, I'm like, okay, so why would they attack? And it says that they have had a long buildup of anger between the two. And that basically the Israeli policy over the land is unfair, and they said, and I quote, it is a crime against humanity, right? That's what's going on down there right now. That's how they put it. So I'm like, okay, cool. And then there's an outbreak of violence in Jerusalem too, right? So let's just put that in perspective real quick. Haven't I made videos explaining that, you know, I don't care where you tuning in from, that our world right now is in the middle of a frequency battle where you got good versus evil, basically, in the lamest terms. Good versus evil. High frequency versus low. And that there's a lot of different energies being pumped onto our planet right now. And that if you couldn't handle the different radiations and the different high frequency energies being pumped out from our planet, from our sun, if you couldn't handle that it was going to cause you to basically be trapped in a state of low vibration. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on with a lot of people. They're losing sense of their reality because they're vibrating too low. So they're stuck in this low vibration of being. You feel what I'm saying? So everything that's going on with this war right now is going to play out here in America very soon. You can't put no exact time frame on it, but it's coming, family. So anyway, so I'm like, okay, so what's the Israeli policy? You know what I'm saying? So the policy basically, it enforces a system of oppression and domination against the Palestinian people. It controls their rights. They're taking over the land, and basically the Palestinian people are rebelling against the control. You know what I'm saying? And I've told y'all many different times that that's what we need to be doing. I've made videos a year, 2 years ago in my earlier days with this YouTube stuff. I made videos about how we need to plan ahead, and that's what I'm gonna name this, Plan Ahead Part 3. Because we need to be planning ahead for what the hell is to come to America, family. We're already dealing with food shortages. We're already dealing with people rebelling against religion and coming out and telling the people the truth esoteric facts of our heritage. You got me and you got a bunch of other people doing the same thing, family. We got all types of different low vibrational people out here causing hurt, causing harm, manipulating, using people. We got the media putting out a bunch of different agendas on the people, and then you got weak-spirited people allowing themselves to be used to fuel these agendas being put on us by our oppressors. There's a lot of stuff going on, family, and it's the same stuff going on in these other places. And then let's look at the response. The same thing was going on in Africa. The same thing was going on in Cuba. Now there's something else going on in Israel, where the people are tired of the oppression, family. They're tired of it. There's a bunch of unlawful killing. There's forcible transfer that they're dealing with over there. There's drastic movement systems. And they didn't elaborate on exactly what they meant by that, but me just using my context clues, a drastic movement system would be basically all their movement from point A to point B being clocked, being surveillance, being controlled, meaning that they probably have a curfew and they probably have a certain amount of time to do whatever it is they need to do. And it's all being watched, it's all being surveillance, okay? So that's what's here to come. What do you think is going to come when this new world order comes, family? Or if they claim that, oh, well, the world is so out of control right now that we need to go into martial law. Martial law suspends the rights of people, of the regular everyday American citizens, right? Y'all understand that, right? That's what we are going to. All this different, and then America keeps sticking their nose into everybody else's business, and it's making us look like a threat. So if somebody really was to come and do, because I told y'all, family, and I know I'm skipping all over the place. I'm just trying to give y'all as much information and make this make sense as much as I can. America is always sticking their nose into other people's business, and I understand they have allies, but that's just another example of how I told y'all all these different governments are in cahoots with each other. They all are working together, family. And it is to go against the indigenous people. It's us, the people of color. These Palestinian people claim that they are being treated inferior. They are being treated inferior. What does that sound like? Has me and my people not been going through that for years, for decades, for centuries? Have we not been being treated inferior? Even though this is our land, and these motherfuckers are doing the same thing that they doing with them, right? Because, let me find it. The policy is basically stating that America formed a policy of sympathy for the creation of a Jewish homeland in 1948. And it is basically giving them an American superpower, attempting to balance the influence against other competing interests in the region. Basically stating that anybody, any other pieces of land, any other territories that are not operated under the Israeli policy, anybody that tries to compete with them, challenge them, go against them in any type of way, they are backed up by the U.S. so that they can overrun and overtake the territory. And that's supposed to be this sacred ground, this holy, from the Bible, from the scripture, all this type of stuff. This is supposed to be this holy grail of a place. And look at the stuff that's going on right now. Look at how the people of God, how these Jewish people or whatever, look how they act. They're treating people inferior, and They're taking over any territory that tries to go against them and rebel against the oppression that they are putting on the people. Understand what's going on, family. And America is right behind their ass, because America is the forefront of oppression. It does not matter. It does not matter where it's at. And a lot of people sleep thinking like, oh, well, that's these other countries. Family, that is what's coming here. That's what's coming here. America is the new age Babylon. It has to fall. America is the headquarters for this matrix. The creator of oppression. The creators of colonizing and treating the people inferior. They are the creators of that. So understand that total destruction has to come here to America, because Babylon has to fall. It has to fall. And understand that these motherfuckers running this shit are not our people. They're not people at all. So all this stuff is happening, family, to gain as much territory and as much control as they possibly can, to force the people all in a rock, between a rock and a hard place. That's where they trying to put everybody that's not them, everybody that's not part of the secret society. You consider yourself an everyday citizen. The war is against us. World War III will be against us, family, not against two different governments. No. The governments are working together, family, and it is to go against the indigenous people. It is the people of color, family. The same shit that the Palestinians is dealing with, we have been dealing with for centuries, family. We have been dealing with for centuries. So it's up to us to fight. They said, and I quote, that they are calling out to all the states to exercise the universal law of jurisdiction and to bring perpetrators to justice. Now, I want y'all to think about that and really think about what that means, family. It is universal law for these people to serve their karma for what they have done to the people, specifically the indigenous people. They will serve their karma. America is the headquarters, so America will be the last corporation to fall, but it will fall the hardest. And that's why they showed you that movie 2012, where everything was complete chaos. A bunch of people lost their vessels, lost their lives. There was all types of natural disasters going on, whether it was storms, landslides, earthquakes, sinkholes, all type of, that is what's coming to America, family. That's what's coming here. On top of these beings, these extraterrestrials showing their true colors and showing their true nature of how they plan to have complete world dominance over our planet. The new world order is coming, where everything is one way, one religion, one language, one currency, everything is under the umbrella of the new world order. And if you do not comply, there will be refugee camps, FEMA camps, concentration camps, whatever you want to call it. You will be forced to hard labor if you do not comply with what they want you to do, which is to be a complete slave with no rights and no say-so, no ability to think for yourself. That's what's coming here, family. That's what's coming here. So I need y'all to plan ahead, and I need you to get ready. I need you to get your weapons ready, get your ammunition ready, get your food ready, get your seeds and everything. Get that shit saved, because these people are collecting that shit, and they're coming up with different gun laws to suspend rights to the people, because they want to disarm us. They want to take us away from our true magic. So they're polluting the food. They're polluting the air that we breathe in every day. They're polluting our vessel. They want to kill us off. And the little bit of people of the population that do survive, they want complete control. So it is time for us to fight back, family. Stop being scared. Stop operating in fear. We don't have time for that shit. That shit is gonna get us killed, bro. Moving in fear, moving with ignorance, moving with lack of awareness for self or for your planet or what's going on in your universe, period. That shit is going to cause us to lose a lot of people. And the fact that there is a shift on our planet where the high vibrational people are going in a different direction than the other people who don't know who they are. So we're going to lose a lot of people on a lot of different scales, on a lot of different levels. And that's why I'm doing this, to send a signal to everybody that's paying attention. Prepare. Plan ahead, family. Plan ahead. Do not wait for shit to get ugly to start trying to take this knowledge serious. Please. This shit is not a game, bro. It's not a game. America has to fall. America is the biggest fucking bully of them all. So I'm gonna throw some TikTok clips in here and let some other people explain exactly what's going on, to just give you different perspectives and give you greater details about everything that's going on. But please understand what I'm saying. That shit is coming here to America. And they have been prepping for this shit. They said they came up with that policy in 1948, right? Okay, cool. So that should let you know that they were prepared to go to war with anybody that challenges them since then, family. And it's 2023 going on 24. This shit has been in the works for a long time. So now we need to get ahead of the schedule by planning ahead and not waiting for shit to get ugly before we decide to unify and fight the hell back. So I'm gonna throw these other clips in here so y'all can gain a greater understanding. And I hope everybody plans ahead, and I hope everybody understands what's going on and what is to come here, family. Peace, love, and light.
Israel has declared it is at war after Hamas militants confirmed they fired thousands of rockets from Gaza overnight in a major multi-front surprise attack.
Hamas has launched a surprise attack within Israel's borders overnight.
War in Israel, and particularly the battle for Jerusalem, sends those who know their Bibles to key Bible verses. The re-establishment of Israel in 1948 was a pivotal event in the fulfillment of Bible prophecy. The prophet Ezekiel, writing over 2,500 years ago, spoke of a future restoration of Israel, saying, "Thus says the Lord God, surely I will take the children of Israel from among the nations, wherever they have gone, and will gather them from every side and bring them into their own land." In 70 AD, Israel was scattered among the nations, and the Jews had no homeland for 2,000 years until 1948, when they became a nation in one day. Isaiah 66 verse 8 says, "Shall the earth be made to give birth in one day, or shall a nation be born at once?" This is what Jesus said of that event. "And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem will be trampled by Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled." Since that time, there's been continual conflict between Muslims and Jews for Jerusalem, and none of the nations know how to handle what is commonly called the ongoing Middle East crisis. Listen to Zechariah 12 verses 2 to 3, written thousands of years ago, address the crisis of Jerusalem. "And it shall happen in that day, I'll make Jerusalem a very heavy stone for all peoples." Jesus spoke of wars being a sign of the end of the age. "And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet, for nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. All this will climax in the battle of Armageddon." Revelation 6 verse 16 speaks of the gathering of nations at a place called Armageddon, a term synonymous with a final cataclysmic battle. Have you heard of Armageddon? Of course. What is that?
The big war at the end, the true good versus evil.
Jesus said, when you see these things begin to happen, look up and lift up your heads, because your redemption draws near. So what should we do? Firstly, we should make sure that we're right with God by trusting in Jesus. Secondly, we must pray for the peace of Jerusalem, and at the same time take the gospel to the unsaved. An often overlooked sign of the end times is that the gospel will be preached to all nations. Jesus said, "And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in all the world as a witness to all nations, and then the end will come."
Did you know that the war in Israel was prophesied in the Bible thousands of years ago? I'm about to tell you 3 facts that you may have never heard before, so watch until the end, and this third one may shock you. Fact number 1, the Bible prophesied that Israel would become a nation again. This happened in 1948, fulfilling prophecies from hundreds of years ago. Fact number 2, the Bible said that after Israel became a nation again, they would regain control of Jerusalem. This happened in the Six-Day War of 1967, again fulfilling prophecy. Fact number 3, the Bible says that surrounding Arab nations will attack Israel in the end times. We are seeing increased tensions between Israel and neighboring countries like Iran, fulfilling more end times prophecy right before our eyes. So in summary, Israel becoming a nation, regaining Jerusalem, and increased hostility from surrounding nations were all prophesied in the Bible thousands of years ago. It's crazy to see these prophecies unfolding right now. The Bible is truly the most accurate holy book and foretold events no one could predict. We are living in very significant times, friends.